Greetings, welcome to Facts About Everything. I'm your host, James Egan. Today we're going to look at the DC supervillain, Darkseid.
I am entropy. I am death. I am Darkseid.
Personal thank you to Mwamba and Jonathan Wallace-Bell for asking me to do a video about Darkseid. Thanks guys, and as always, keep your suggestions coming. Although Darkseid is one of the most powerful and most intimidating characters in the entire DC universe, unless you've read comics, most people haven't heard of him, which is quite annoying because Darkseid inspired Thanos. When Jim Starlin created Thanos, he incorporated many elements of Darkseid in terms of his character, his philosophy, and his physique. That must be really annoying to Darkseid fans, because everyone now is saying, oh, Thanos is the greatest supervillain of all time. And when you mention Darkseid to anybody, most people just think of this.
Something, Darkseid.
And that is the first fact about Darkseid. Let's dive in. Darkseid debuted in Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen number 134 in 1970. The story was called The Mountain of Judgment. It's probably the most intimidating character to ever appear in the most unintimidating name for a story. Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen? His real name is Oxus. Darkseid is the most physically intimidating recurring villain of Superman apart from Doomsday. However, Doomsday is a brainless monster. Darkseid is vastly intelligent, making him far more dangerous. Darkseid stands 8'9" and weighs 1,815 pounds. Basically, he's slightly less than a ton. Darkseid was created by Jack Kirby, who is best known for founding Marvel Comics and creating Captain America. He is the ruler of the planet Apocalypse. Yes, that's the actual name of the planet, although it's spelled like this. Apocalypse is a city-sized planet, which is called an ecumenopolis, that is completely covered with fire and machinery. Superman is powerless on Apocalypse because there is no sunlight. Superman can only maintain his super strength under a yellow sun. What is Darkseid's powers? Woo! Well, he has super strength, super speed, telepathy, telekinesis, and the ability to alter matter. He can teleport, shoot erosion blasts from his hands, possess individuals, negate the powers of metahumans, create avatars, alter time, pass a sample of his power to others, and manipulate his size. However, he doesn't rely on any of these powers, since he's a skilled hand-to-hand combatant and can easily pummel Superman to death with his bare hands. His most iconic ability is his Omega Beams. This is a laser that he shoots from his eyes that will follow its desired target. It is nearly impossible to dodge these beams once they lock on. Almost nothing in the universe can survive being hit by them. His Omega Beams can resurrect the dead, or send his enemy through different realities or through the time stream. They can also erase his enemies from history, so no one will ever know they existed. Okay, I've explained where he's from, what he can do, but I haven't explained how he came to be. Eons ago, Darkseid was a lowly mud grubber. His home was destroyed by cosmic entities known as the gods. The gods were so powerful that they destroyed planets for fun. After his home was destroyed, Oxus tracked down the gods' home and found them sleeping in their chambers. Each god was the size of a skyscraper and made from pure energy, so Oxus knew he would never be able to kill them. He decided to play the role of the trickster and instead whispered words of doubt into their ears. As they awoke, the gods turned on one another and battered each other until they were all on the brink of death. Each god couldn't heal as their power was fueled by the belief of others. In their weakened state, Oxus killed them all, absorbing their godlike energy. Since he killed the old gods of the universe, he decided to rename himself as Darkseid, the new god. Darkseid has 3 sons, Kalibak, Graven, and Orion. Kalibak is a brute whose main weapon of choice is his Beta Club. This weapon shoots beams that disrupts the nervous system of anyone it touches. Graven is incredibly sturdy due to his rock-like exterior. Orion has a rage that is legendary on Apocalypse. When he goes berserk, he can go toe-to-toe with virtually anyone. Darkseid's bodyguards are the female Furies. They are made up of Lashinia, Stompa, Bernadette, Guillotina, and Mad Harriet. Lashinia is the leader of the team. She is armed with flexible steel bands which she can control mentally. Stompa creates shockwaves by stomping on the ground. Bernadette is armed with a fire knife. Guillotina's hands are so sharp they can cut through steel like butter. Mad Harriet has razor claws. Although Darkseid is one of the deadliest beings in the universe, killing him wouldn't end his reign of terror. If he died, his godlike power would go somewhere else. When he was eventually killed in battle, his power went to Lex Luthor. When he met the Justice League, he thought Batman was the weakest of them all. He is voiced by Frank Welker in the 1985 animated series Superpowers Team Galactic Guardians. Welker voiced Dr. Claw in the cartoon Inspector Gadget. He uses the exact same voice for both characters.
Here's one for the road, Gadget. Come, just remember Calabac. No harm is to come to Wonder Woman.
He is voiced by Michael Ironside in the 1996 cartoon Superman the Animated Series.
I won't let you or anyone else stand in my way.
Ironside is best known for playing Richter in Total Recall and the lead character in the Splinter Cell video game series. His most loyal servant is Darkseid. He is also Darkseid's lead torturer. His minions are known as the Parademons. They are bred to serve Darkseid. They can fly, breathe fire, and detonate their bodies like a bomb. His general is called Granny Goodness. That's the worst name ever. You've seen the Parademons in Justice League, but another thing you saw in that movie was the Mother Boxes. These are the devices that Steppenwolf desired. But what are they exactly? Mother Boxes are incredibly important devices in the DC universe. They are living computers and can be found on the planet New Genesis. Don't worry, I'll get to New Genesis in a bit. Mother Boxes become tied to their users and will only work on that specific person. Mother Boxes have the power of telepathy, teleportation, energy transference, and energy manipulation. The Mother Box makes a ping noise every time they are activated. I don't know if that's what Lex Luthor meant when he kept doing that noise in Batman v Superman. But if he did, he said ding, not ping, like read your comics, guys. Mother Boxes are the only device in the universe that can access the Source Wall, an impenetrable wall that encircles the entire universe. Darkseid's face is based on Oscar-winning actor Jack Palance. And that's not the only connection Palance has to DC Comics. He played Grissom in the 1989 film Batman. The planet that neighbors Apokolips is New Genesis. New Genesis is a peaceful, utopian planet. New Genesis is ruled by the benevolent Highfather Isaiah. Eons ago, Darkseid fought Highfather on the planet of Genesis. Although they couldn't best each other in battle, their fight led to the loss of countless lives. Highfather created a floating city above Genesis and dubbed it New Genesis, which soars above his former world. This is Highfather's way of showing that he stands above brutality, but he needs the inhabitants of New Genesis to see his dead world to remind them what war leads to. Every century, the orbits of Apokolips and New Genesis brings the planets closer together. The gravitational force causes cataclysmic earthquakes on both worlds. Highfather and Darkseid were in conflict for years, trying to annihilate each other. In the end, they decided to make a truce by trading sons. They couldn't attack each other's planet, knowing that it harbored their own children. Highfather raised Darkseid's son Orion on New Genesis. Although Orion inherited his father's temper, he has a good heart and has fought alongside Superman and the Justice League. He has battled Darkseid himself on several occasions. Darkseid raised Highfather's son scot-free. He grew up to become Mr. Miracle, the greatest escape artist in the universe. Throughout the universe, Darkseid is often known as the God of Evil. On his home planet, he is known as the Dreadlord. If anyone witnesses him showing a sign of vulnerability, like doubt, sadness, pity, he instantly kills them to ensure he will not be perceived as weak. Laughter is forbidden on his home planet. He instantly kills anyone who laughs. Despite this, he laughs when he is torturing his prisoners. Okay, I've been talking about Darkseid for ages, but I haven't said his main thing. What is his motivation? What does he want? Darkseid's intentions are very simple. He wants the entire universe to be under his control using the anti-life equation. The anti-life equation is a mathematical formula that will dominate the will of all sentient beings. That's right. Darkseid wants to rule the universe using math. And even that's weird. Wait to hear the actual equation. The anti-life equation is loneliness plus alienation plus fear plus despair plus self-worth divided by mockery divided by condemnation divided by misunderstanding multiplied by guilt multiplied by shame multiplied by failure multiplied by judgment. N equals Y, where Y minus hope and N equals folly. Love equals lies. Life equals death. Self equals Darkseid. Okay, I got a C in math, but I'm pretty sure that equation is not legit. When Darkseid is weakened, he seals himself in a room in the heart of his world and feeds off the planet's energy. Darkseid has his own nightclub. Moving on, his father is Yuga Khan. He was so powerful that even Darkseid feared him. He murdered his mother, Hegra. His general is called Steppenwolf. He is played by Kieran Hines in the 2017 film Justice League. Darkseid had a child with an Amazon called Marina Black. She was the lead assassin of Wonder Woman's mother, Queen Hippolyta. The child is called Grail. Grail absorbed the anti-life equation that her father sought and became the goddess of anti-life. Earlier I mentioned that Darkseid was killed and his power went to Lex Luthor. But that wasn't the end of Darkseid because Grail created a body for him to reincarnate into. However, the body was that of a baby. Since baby Darkseid isn't particularly intimidating, Grail drained the power of old gods to make the body age as quickly as possible so Darkseid would be at full power. Darkseid was rejuvenated after Grail killed Zeus's children, Perseus, Paliki, Grace, Limos, Caro, Kairos, Agapon, Lake, Callisto, and Egaphus. Darkseid's manner, clothes, and stance is based on Hitler. And finally, Santa Claus personally delivers a lump of coal to Darkseid every Christmas. Santa goes to other planets? Do you go to every planet? That would take forever. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe. Please let me know if there's any other DC supervillains you want me to do a video about, and I'll upload it as soon as possible. To learn more facts, check out my books. They're available on Amazon, on paperback, and Kindle. Thanks for watching, see you again.